Hey everyone, my name's Vanessa. Um, this is gonna be a super awkward video because I'm not good at this. I've never done this. This is the first time I've done this, the whole vlogging or whatever. It's really awkward because I hate presentations, I hate talking in public, I hate any sort of attention. I don't like to be stared at, I don't like to be talked to, I don't like talking. But because I am so far behind in my blog entries, about a month I believe, or a little bit less than a month. No, I think a month. Um, I'm just gonna do this long ass video because I'm just really behind and really busy. And yeah, so a little bit about myself. I am Vanessa. I'm 23 years old. I'm a transfer student originally from Stockton, California, San Joaquin Delta College, community college. Transferred to, I did 3 years there. I transferred to UCLA in 2014, I believe October 2014. Walked in June 2016, so this past June, and started the EAP program, ILP, Intensive Learning Program, in July 1st, on July 1st. It ended, I believe, let me see. It ended August 5th, and then I started UNAM the following week, August 8th, that Monday. So I'm in the ILP UNAM fall program, so from July 2016 to December 2016. Let me see, what else? Oh, my major, I'm a sociology major, a minor in labor and workplace studies, and Chicana studies minor as well at UCLA. This will technically be my like 2.5 year, because this is gonna be like a half year. Or a little, I guess. I mean, I started in July. So it's a little bit more than like, I don't know. It's been a while. It's gonna be gonna be a little bit longer, but not quite a year extra. So I guess this is kind of gonna be an introduction to who I am, why I picked the program, and I guess my process in applying, why I chose Mexico UNAM, and let me see. Yeah, this is just gonna be an introduction because I'm really bad at this. I hate this. I hate this. Okay, so I received the UCLA IEO Global Community Scholarship. I'm not really sure what the IEO stands for. I'll look it up later and just put some information about it in case any of you all want to at some point apply to that if that's something you're interested in. I'm sorry if this is really awkward. I really hate this. But I feel like if I write something at this point, I'll have forgotten everything. Like, it won't come out coherent or anything. I mean, not that this is any more coherent, but whatever. So yeah, I obtained the UCLA IEO Global Community Scholarship, and for this scholarship, you're supposed to do a blog post every week. I think I've done about 2 weeks, and I've been here since July 1st, and I don't know what date it is. It is August 23rd. So I'm pretty behind. I think I have like 6 weeks. 6 weeks that I have to do. So it's gonna be super long, alright? Or I'll break it up or something, I don't know. Okay, so by the end of this program, I should have a blog entry per the week that I was there. I don't know how many weeks I didn't calculate how many weeks I'm gonna be here because yeah, and so I don't know, but I mean by the end of this program, hold on, oh my god, what else is the program? Let me see. Yeah, I'll just upload the guidelines for you all. I'm uploading this on Weebly, I believe. Weebly, yeah. And so, why I chose Mexico as opposed to other programs like Europe and stuff like that. Well, I have roots in Mexico. I have family in Mexico. My parents are from Mexico, Nayarit. My grandma's in Mexico, not necessarily in this part of Mexico, but it allows me to be closer to my family members who I don't get a chance to see. Unfortunately, something I didn't know when I was applying to this program is that you are restricted to certain parts of Mexico, and the state my family's from just happens to be on that list. And if you are found to be in those states or regions, you are going to be kicked out of the program. So I think because I need to pass my classes, I'm just gonna like pass on that and see my grandma in December once the program finishes. So that's number one. Like, I have family here. Like, I would feel way too much. I just feel more home here, and it's already hard to be in another country, and it's really hard to be in another country, especially when you don't have anything that ties you to it. And I know like other people will like say that you can find roots anywhere, but for me personally, like I would just feel more comfortable to be in a country that I already know something about. Plus, it's always been a dream for me. Like honestly, like as a kid, like I hated school, but like I'd always think like, damn, like it'd be so cool to be in Mexico and study there. Like I think back now and I'm just like, dang, like I really wanted to do this like a long time ago. Like in middle school, I remember just like being on MySpace and like looking up cities, like people from cities in Mexico, and it just would be really cool. Like, damn, they have such cool lives and everything. Well, now I'm here, I'm boring as fuck, but whatever. So yeah, I have roots here. I've always wanted to do this, like literally. I think for me, my parents weren't able to really get the education that they deserved. I mean, everyone deserves that education, but they weren't able to get education, like formal, institutional education, rather. And for me, this is like coming to Nam is like, well, like y'all didn't give my parents education, but you're gonna give me education, and like I don't know, like I feel like that's my way of like having revenge, I guess, because my parents weren't able to get an education. I guess that's 3. 4, I like I said before, I really don't like school. Like it's very hard for me to focus. It's very hard for me to do anything really in general with school. So for me, I had 3 more social classes to take, and to be honest, like I didn't want to stay at UCLA. Like it's a fabulous school. It's amazing, a lot of resources, but as a transfer student, I don't know. I wanted to. I'm already used to moving. like I did 3 years community college. I moved all the way 6 hours away to LA from Stockton, so northern central, the Central Valley to SoCal. Like I'm used to moving. Like I'm really independent. So Mexico didn't seem daunting or anything, and I needed something new because like I can't be static. Like I gotta do something. I have to do something. And I wanted to take an opportunity. I wanted to take advantage of the opportunity I have of receiving financial aid and studying abroad. And being in a country where it's just so awesome. It's amazing. It feels so homey. It's a new learning environment, new forms of thinking, or maybe the same but just in a different form. Like it just feels nice to be here. And anyway, I sidetrack a lot, but I had 3 social classes to take, and I just really didn't want to stay in one place, and I just needed to go And I think sometimes, like, I'm gonna be honest, like, you just want to leave. You just want to leave. Like, you're so frustrated with everything. It's like, I'm a pack and go. And this allowed me to realistically do that, I guess. To run away, but still, like, keep up with my obligations. So, my first year at UCLA, I was going to apply to a summer program, study abroad program for Cuba. And I just didn't have the money. Like, I really didn't know how it worked. And like the spots like filled up. Like, everyone wanted to go to Cuba. Like, shit, I still want to go to Cuba. So I decided to just skip on that and just like do a little bit more research. So my second year, my second year, I started investigating a little bit more about what it was to stay abroad. I had some friends who had gone to Cuba, so they had like experience and they told me about it and everything, and like how the process for them. So that really helped. A friend of mine told me about actually the scholarship. So thank you, ACES. And Maria Elena, like, you went to Cuba and you helped me. Yeah, that was pretty cool. So I was able to kind of have some knowledge as to how to apply and whatnot. And so I just, after that, like, I kind of just like Googled or went on the study abroad website. I'll put the links, I think. I think I should do that because probably no one knows what I'm talking about because I suck at this. Sorry. So yeah, I went to the website and the first thing I clicked on was Mexico. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like, I didn't really care about anything else but Mexico, and like, my grandma's here, like, my grandma over anything. So, and there was a couple programs that I was really interested in. There was the research one, I forget what it's called, the research one though. And then oh, actually I have it right here. Do I? FRP is, I forget what it stands for. FRP. But that one's basically research, and you can go to different parts of Mexico. I mean, right now it's kind of, it just depends on like the region and what's going on. But I know some people went to Oaxaca. I know some people are in Yucatan right now. I don't think anyone got to go to Chiapas because of what's going on with the teachers. And I think one other state is in Mexico. And then some other things, but some other place. I forget. So there was that one. I was interested, but as much as I think research is really important, I feel like for me personally, it's just, I've done research and I can see how it can be invasive and it could be like a form of othering, and I didn't want to do that until I have like a method that's better for this, for research, that doesn't make me feel like shit at the end, or that doesn't make other people feel like shit. So I chose not to do that. I chose not to do FRP. There's a lot of people who are doing badass things, and I'm really happy for them, and they're like badass people, so I believe in them, and I believe that they could do this like ethically. And then there's another program that was a contemporary program. It was the summer contemporary program or something like that. And that was only for about a month, I believe, from July to the end of, or like the beginning of August. I think some people are like have left already. Because it's been a while actually. I forget how behind I am. And then there was the UNAM program, the fall, spring, or year program. Originally I had signed up for the year program, but because I'm a baby and I did that way too spontaneously, like I was gonna turn in my application for fall, like I had already decided fall, like that's realistic, you can work when you come back, you can start applying to law school, you can start doing this, that, whatever. But then I was kind of pissed off at everybody, so I clicked it in a year right before like clicking submit, and then I was just like, fuck it, I did it. And then like on the last day I was talking to my boyfriend. I'm like, I think I made a mistake. And then my dad was telling me like, don't go, where are you going? And I was just like, okay, fine, I'll change it to half a year. Or to, yeah, half a year. And I think that's honestly the best choice for me. Like I didn't even need to be here for a year. Like, it doesn't make any sense. I don't have the funds for that. Like, even though they do give you more financial aid, like, I don't think personally, like, I would have the funds for a year. And I need to be applying to shit. Like, I gotta get on it. Entonces, so yeah. So I went from fall to a year, and then, like, last minute, I emailed Monica Macias, and I'm like, yo, I can't do this. So I changed it back to fall. And everything was fine. Like, I didn't have to pay because it was, like, the last day. It was, like, the final day. I think there would have been, like, a $300 difference, so I didn't have to pay for that. Because I did it on time. I didn't know, but thank God I know. I do that a lot. I change my mind a lot. Anyways. So yeah, I applied for that program after I did some research. Because UNAM, you could take anything from any facultad, from any faculty. From any division, and I only need social classes. I need 3 last, what are they called? Upper division electives. And here at UNAM, I am taking optativas, which are for like 5th semesters and above. So that's like about the range that I'm in, since I already graduated, but technically I'm like a senior. So I've been taking optativas, but I'm getting ahead of myself. But that's important to know. Like, take optativas if you're gonna be at UNAM, if you're in upper division. Personally, oh, hold on, I need to turn off the beans. I lied. I didn't go through. I didn't go through with the beans. I didn't go turn off the beans. I had to put more water, or else it would have burnt. Yeah. So I was talking about optativas being electives, and just be able to find classes that are within your range of year. So yeah, I applied to UNAM because that's just the program that I felt was best fitting for me. And the application wasn't so bad. I just feel like there should have been more guidance. And I know everything's online, but it would help if like people helped you or answered your emails, or were a little bit more clear on like what exactly to do. Like, I'm a transfer student and I'm a low income. Like, I work, I take full-time classes, I do extracurriculars. Like, it would be helpful if people like whose job it is to be more vocal about the programs, to just be a little bit more helpful, be more upfront about what exactly the program is, be less disorganized, be better about answering emails in the first place, like replying to them, not making me CC a million people, not making me email more than once, not making me have to go ask around people and like to get an answer, right? Like, for me, like the UCLA study abroad office was awesome, but I wish there was things that they would have done a little bit better. Personally, I mean, I know that they're busy, but I'm also really busy, and I would rather ask a million questions and annoy people and know what I'm doing, what I'm getting myself into, than like coming to a program like not knowing anything. and I kind of feel like I didn't really know much what was happening. And I asked a lot of people from like the UCLA campus and other UC campuses, and they feel as though this was kind of disorganized as well. A lot of people didn't get replies, and I understand people are busy, but it's also really draining on us to be leaving to another country without really getting a lot of information. So that's my one complaint about EAP, but whatever. No one cares. I mean, no, but I think it's important. Like, I think it's important to understand from me, my EAP, if they do see this, and from students, like, it's gonna be a hassle with EAP. Like, it's a lot of paperwork and shit. You know, so like a lot of questions you're gonna have, especially as someone who's never done this. Like, it's I hardly know anybody who studies abroad like that. I don't come from that background, so it's difficult. Um, so I applied. I could talk about that later because it's just kind of boring, the application. But you have to take a Spanish placement test because at UNAM, personally, I'm taking classes all in Spanish, and I had already at UCLA. I was kind of preparing myself for that. I took um, Professor Ruben Hernandez. Yeah, Ruben Hernandez. Migration, sociology of Mexico, U.S. Mexican migration relations, or something like that. And it was all in Spanish. It was like a seminar. It was really interesting. We had to present in Spanish and do our work in Spanish. So that was really cool, and it prepared me for that. That's one way I was like thinking ahead, because it's gonna be in Spanish here. At least for the UNAM program, you're gonna have to be speaking Spanish a lot. Like, if you're not comfortable with that, like, just know it'll be hard. I mean, you could do it. People speak here English. Like, a lot of like people complain that more people speak English than native indigenous languages here. They choose to like learn it more, so you shouldn't have a problem finding people who speak English, but it'll help you like develop your Spanish if you speak it a little bit more. But you obviously don't have to. It's whatever you're comfortable with. But I do believe for the UNAM program, you have to take a Spanish placement test. I did well on the Spanish placement test. I didn't know where to take it. I didn't know where to take it. I would ask around and no one knew. Funny. But I found the place. It's in the Spanish and Portuguese department. It's near, I believe, it's near YRL. It's one of those buildings. Sometimes you hear like music coming out of it, like at night. I'm really bad. Oh, it's near the Rolf Court, I think. Yeah. 2 years at UCLA, and I still don't know what places are called. But that's where you take your Spanish test. Everything else was fine. I think I forgot. I didn't do my health clearance on time, and I had to email them, and I felt really bad because that delays everything. But I wanted to go home and do my health clearance there, and I wasn't gonna go home until a certain time. So because I had gone to Kaiser in LA, because I have I have through my parents' insurance. But it was bad. Like, it was terrible. It was a terrible experience. So I didn't want to go there, and I also didn't want to pay because I don't have UShip, because I have my parents' insurance, and I didn't want to pay. Like, it wasn't gonna be that much, but I was really broke, so like $30 was an added cost that I didn't have, as opposed to like going home, like, as I was already going to, and just having it for free, because I'm lucky enough to have not have to pay copay or a lot of things. So I think that was my only I guess delay. That, and like changing from a year to a fall. That wasn't too bad. So how did I prepare for Mexico? Actually, I want to pull up the website that I. Okay, so I didn't, like, I'm gonna be honest, I don't have a lot of money. But I did put away some money so that I would be able to buy everything I needed. And then because I graduated, some people gave me some stuff, like gift cards, and with that I was able to buy some other stuff too. So things I needed that I didn't have. Well, I had a luggage, but it broke. Like the zipper broke. So I believe when I went back home, I went to DD's discounts, and I bought a big like luggage. It was really cute. It was blue. Oh, it's blue, and it was cheap. It was good. I think the zipper sucks too. So I have really bad luck. I guess I'm always buying cheap things because that's just what you gotta do sometimes. But being cheap sometimes is more expensive. Do I look cross-eyed? Okay, so some things I wanted to mention is what I took. I'm not scratching my armpit, by the way. Some things I made lists. I made 1,000 billion lists, and I wish I had them all. I think I only have a few. I made a list of things I wanted to do. I made a list of things I needed to take that I needed. I made a list of things that I needed to do before going to Mexico. And I made a list of goals. Yeah, goals. I guess it's different, but... So goals I'm not going to tell you until later, because it's personal. It's the things that I needed to do, like send some emails out, pay some bills. Like, obviously I'm going to pay bills over here too. Like, I can't escape from that. Like, there's no way you can escape from bills. Well, you can, but I'm not sure how. I made a list. On my list of things to do, I put lists. So that's funny. I had it to pack and everything.